Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Muhammad Azad, involved in the active teaching of biology for last 16 years. Up till now, in the previous programs, we covered certain aspects of cell biology, and today we'll be continuing with the topic of continuity of life. I hope so. All of you must be familiar that on an average 60 trillions of cells are there in adult human body, the average number. Can you imagine 3 billion cells in your body in next 1 minute? If you look at the watch, in next 1 minute 3 billion cells in your body are going to die away. And if you are a healthy person, then in the same 1 minute 3 billion new cells, they are being produced, and they are the exact copy of those cells which are going to disappear. Homeostasis is maintained, constant internal conditions, they are being maintained, and this is only possible if the DNA is going to replicate, and then the cell is going to divide into two carrying the same information. This duplication and division is formula for the continuity of life. Our today's program is concerned with this cellular reproduction through cell division. In case of prokaryote, so somewhat simpler process, that is the binary fission, replication of DNA, and then the cell is going to pinch in the middle. But in case of eukaryotic cell, so this is a complicated process, a very well coordinated process. So looking at some of the slides, in case of eukaryotic cell, there are two modes of cell division, mitosis and meiosis, and this mitosis and meiosis, this reproduction is not as simple as it looks in case of prokaryotic cell. If we consider our genome, that is the complete complement of an organism's DNA, and that is going to include genes which control trait and some of the non-coding DNA organized in the form of chromosomes. So this is our complete genome, which is made up of chromosomes. Chromosomes are having gene, and genes are made up of DNA. Ultimately, this is the DNA which is there coiled in the form of chromosomes. All cells are derived from the pre-existing cell. New cells are produced for growth and to replace damaged or old cells. And the process of cell division in prokaryote is called as binary fission, a simpler one, while in eukaryote, that is the mitosis and meiosis. During cell division, so there are certain thread-like structure which are going to appear in the nucleus of a cell. Previously, they were not available. Once we see the cell in non-dividing phase, so no thread-like structures, they are visible, and they are stained intensely with certain dyes. So they are called as chromosome. Chromo mean colored, somes mean body, colored bodies. So once the cell is not dividing, the genetic material was there in the diffuse form, and we are using the word chromatin for that. But once the cell is going to enter in the division phase, there is coiling, recoiling, coiling, recoiling. We will see in the slide of packing of this genetic material in the form of chromosomes. So looking at some details of the chromosomes. So this is a view of chromosome having the constriction in the middle called as centromere, having a special area where the spindle fibers attached called as kinetochore. This is the actual position. This is one long uninterrupted DNA molecule made up of millions of nucleotides. This is another DNA molecule, and both of these are linked at this narrow constriction, the centromere, and the area where the spindle fiber get attached, so these are called as kinetochore. These two, they are called as sister chromatids. So they are having the exactly the same copy of the DNA, and the ends of the chromatids are called as telomere. Eukaryotic chromosomes are composed of a single tightly coiled DNA molecule. Chromosome cannot be seen when the cell is not dividing, and we are using the word chromatin for that. So this is the uncoiled chromatin. So we cannot see any colored body, any thread-like structure. These are just in the diffuse form, and we are using the term chromatin for that. So DNA is tightly coiled around the proteins called as histone protein. There are 8 molecules of these histone protein, the red in color. 8 molecules of histone protein are wrapped within the 2 turns of DNA, and then these 2 turns of DNA, they are stabilized with another variety of protein called as histone H1 proteins, and this basic unit is called as nucleosome. So this is the how DNA is going to pack in a chromosome. This was one of the nucleus. From the nucleus, this was a chromosome. Inside the chromosome, so this is the level of coiling, and then these are the histone proteins, 8 molecules of histone protein, 2 turns of DNA, and this is the DNA structure, double helical structure. So once we are going to look under electron microscope, we are going to see a beaded strand, beads on a string. So what these beads are, these are the 8 molecules of histone protein with the 2 turns of DNA. Chromosomes in dividing cells, so they are going to be made up of 2 chromatid. Each chromatid is having a single long uninterrupted molecule of DNA and the exact copy of this DNA molecule in another structure. So both of these are called as sister chromatid. A picture of chromosomes of a human cell arranged in pairs by size is called as karyotype. First 22 pairs are called as autosomes. Last pair is given the title of sex chromosomes, which are XX in female and XY in male. This is the actual picture from one of the person of the karyotyping. All of these chromosomes, they are arranged in homologous pair, and this last one, 23rd one, is arranged on one side. So here it is XY, so this is the male. Boy or girl, the sex is determined by Y chromosome. That is a deciding factors. So X chromosome is larger in size, Y chromosome is smaller in size. So if both of the X chromosomes are there in a human body, so that is having the female characters. And if one X and one Y, so that is having the male characters. Why cell divides? For growth, repair and reproduction. The life of cell, beginning from one cell division till the beginning of next cell division, is defined as cell cycle, whole of the life of the cell. So looking at the various phases of cell cycle, there are 5 phases of cell cycle. The first 3 phases, that is the G1 growth 1 primary growth phase, S synthesis DNA replication phase, G2 secondary growth phase, all of these are collectively called as interphase. Then there is a period of division of nucleus called as mitosis, and then there is a period of division of cytoplasm, that is called as cytokinesis. So this is the cell cycle. The life of cell. The longest phase, this is the interphase, which is divisible into G1 phase, G2 phase and S phase. And this is the part, that is the part of karyokinesis, division of cell nucleus, and it is having prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And then this is a brief part of cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm. This is the whole of the life of cell. Getting ready to split, the cell cycle has 2 parts. The first part is growth and preparation for cell division, that is called as interphase. And cell division include karyokinesis, that is mitosis, and cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm. Going with the details of interphase, in the G1 phase, the first growth period, The cells are going to mature by making more cytoplasm and organelles, and they are going to carry out their normal metabolic activity. In the S phase, synthesis phase, DNA is copied, replicated. So there is one molecule of DNA is going to be converted into two molecules of DNA of exactly of the same nature. So this was the original DNA, and these are the two identical copies of DNA. In the G2 phase, so it occurs after DNA has been copied, as all cell structure needed for divisions they are made, and both the organelles and protein they are being synthesized. So this is the whole of the cell cycle. G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase, collectively called as interphase. And then this is the mitotic phase, the cell division phase, looking in the form of animation. So basically the longest phase of the cell cycle, this is the cell growth G1 period, replication of organelles. Then this is the S phase, that is the synthesis phase, and then this is the G2 phase, the various metabolic activities. This is the phase of mitosis we will be discussing in detail, and then this is the cell division or cytokinesis which is going to occur. Karyokinesis is of two different varieties. The nucleus is going to divide by two ways. One is mitosis, which is going to occur in somatic cell reproduction, and other is meiosis, which is going to occur in the gamete production. In case of mitosis, the number of chromosomes remains the same and two identical cells are produced, while in case of meiosis, the number of chromosomes are reduced to half and the four dissimilar daughter cells they are being produced. So first going with the detail of mitosis. Mitotic stage, in this stage the nucleus and cytoplasm they are going to split to make two new cells known as diploid cells. So basically in the mitosis, this is the one variety of karyokinesis. It occurs only in the eukaryotic cell, and the four stages they are there. Although the process of mitosis is a continuous process, but for the purpose of description we are going to divide this process in the form of four phases. So first is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and so this is the state of affairs in prophase, this is the metaphase, anaphase, and this is the telophase. Early prophase. So the first stage of mitosis is the prophase. What is going to happen during this? Chromatin in the nucleus condense to form the visible chromosome. Mitotic spindle forms from the fiber in the cytoskeleton or the centrioles. So these are the chromosomes which start appearing. So these are the nucleolus which are going to begins to break, and this is the cytoplasm of the cells. Nuclear membrane begins to break in early prophase, and in the late prophase, so all these events they are being completed. So chromosomes become fully visible, nucleolus disappeared, nuclear membrane disappears, and spindle fibers are going to appear during the prophase, and they get attached at the centromere on the kinetochore. So this is one of the microtubules which are going to attach at the centromere. So this is the chromosome in the middle of which the centromere was there. And if we are going to review what is going to happen in the prophase, so nuclear membrane disintegrate, nucleolus disappear, chromosome condensed, mitotic spindle begins to form, is complete at the end of prophase, kinetochores begin to mature and attach to the spindle fibers. So this is the appearance of cell. Appearance of cell in the prophase, appearance of these are the colored, the chromosomes which are there, nuclear membrane disappeared, nucleolus disappeared, and spindle fibers they are produced. So these are the spindle fibers which are going to attach at the kinetochore. Next phase is metaphase. So chromosomes they are attached to the kinetochore fibers, move to the center of cell. All the chromosomes they are going to align in the middle at the equator of the cell, and the spindle fibers which are produced, the microtubules which are produced, so these were the esters. So these esters have given some of the radiating spindles. These are called as ester, the radiating fibers of spindles. And some of these spindle fibers, so they get attached at the kinetochore. So these are called as kinetochore fibers, and some of these spindle fibers, they are attached from this pole to the other, they are called as polar microtubules. So now the chromosomes are there in the middle. If we are going to have the actual look from a cell, so these are the thread-like structure, the chromosomes which are arranged in the middle, and these are the two poles produced by the centrioles and esters. If we review the metaphase, so this is the look of the cell, and what are the events which are there? Kinetochores attach chromosome to mitotic spindle and align them along metaphase plate at the equator of the cell. So this is a summary of the stage of metaphase. Looking at the anaphase, the next stage, anaphase is also called as shortest stage of mitosis. It occurs very rapidly. Sister chromatids are pulled apart to the opposite pole by the cell by kinetochore fibers. So these kinetochore fibers, spindle fibers, they contract, and chromosomes are going to split at the centromere, and these are the sister chromatids which are pulled apart during this phase. If we review the process of anaphase, so centromere divides into two. Spindle fibers, they are pulled apart to the opposite poles, and each pole now has an identical set of genes in the form of these chromatids. So this is the appearance of the cell, and these are the events which are going to occur in the anaphase. Going to go with the telophase, the last phase of mitosis. So sister chromatids at opposite poles, spindle disassembles, nuclear membranes it develops and reform, nucleolus reappear, cytokinesis occur, and chromosome again they are converted into chromatin, looking in the diagrammatic forms. So in the anaphase they were pulled apart. In the telophase they are going to arrive at the pole. Arrival of spindle fibers at the pole. Here they were very clear, the thread-like structure. Here they start uncoiling, they are diffusing out. The mitotic apparatus is going to disintegrate progressively, and then there is reformation of nuclear membrane and nucleoli. So looking at the next phase, that is cytokinesis, mean division of cytoplasm, and two identical daughter cells are produced. In case of plant cell, so there is a cell plate which forms and it appears at the equator to divide the cell, and in case of animal cells, cleavage furrow forms to split the cell. So this is the cytokinesis, cleavage furrow in animal cells. So this is the furrow, this is the actual electron micrograph, these are the plant cell. In case of plant cell, this is the cell plate which is going to appear in the middle, and so these are the cell plates which are there in case of plant cell. So the two daughter cells are produced as a result of meiosis, two identical daughter cells. So this was the parent cell, and these are the two daughter cells. They are going to give us the exactly the same number of chromosome and same genetic materials which are going to occur. So these are some of the review animations. Dear students, going to review this beautiful process of mitosis in the form of animations. Looking at this animation, so these are the chromosome pairs. What is going to happen in the G1 phase? So there is replication of DNA, and then so this was the interphase, and then in the prophase, what is there? The chromosomes, they are going to condense and they are being attached by the spindle fibers in the metaphase. And in the anaphase, so the chromatids are pulled apart towards opposite pole, and then in the telophase followed by cytokinesis, two daughter cells are produced. Looking at another beautiful animation of the process of mitosis. So basically this is the nucleus, nucleolus inside the nucleus, nuclear membrane, this was the cell wall. So this is one of the plant cell which is there. What is going to happen in the prophase? Disintegration of nuclear membrane. disintegration of nucleolus, appearance, condensation of the chromosomes, formation of these spindle fibers, and in the next phase, that is the metaphase, all of these chromosomes, so they are going to arrange in the middle of the cell. This is the metaphase, arrangement of all of these chromosomes in the middle. Then in the next phase, pull is exerted by the spindle fiber and the chromosomes are going to split in the chromatids, and these half of the chromatids are moving towards each pole, and once they are going to arrive at the pole, telophase start. So in the telophase, the decondensation of the chromosome, reappearance of nuclear membrane, reappearance of nucleolus, and then the cleavage furrow is, in case of plant cell, it is the cell plate which is going to appear in the middle to divide the cell into two. Dear students, you have seen this delicate process of mitosis. It was very well coordinated. And who is going to control? God? Yes, definitely the God. But the God has given inbuilt program within the cell. And every action is regulated by the gene. So there is a gene with the name of proto-oncogene. It was given the responsibility of the process of mitosis. If this gene become abnormal, due to radiation, due to certain chemicals, due to some chemical mishaps, so this gene is a mutated gene. It is going to have an abnormal phenomena. So which variety of cell will be produced by an abnormal gene? Irregular, uncontrollable mass of cell is produced by this abnormal gene. So a collection of irregular, abnormal, uncontrollable cell is called as tumor. Some of the tumor remain at the place where they are being produced. These are called as benign tumor. But some of the tumor do not respect the boundary of the organs. They are going to erode, spread here and there, and some of these cells are going to enter in the blood, and through the blood, so a tumor may be there in the lung, through the blood it may be going to go to the liver, to the brain, to the kidney, to the intestine, to the bones, everywhere that is going to spread. So a tumor which is going to spread, this process of spread is called as metastasis. This is called as a malignant tumor, and the word cancer we are using for the malignant tumor. So cancer is due to abnormal mitosis. Abnormal mitosis leading to cancer. Looking at few of these animations of cancerous growth. Break in the cell cycle lead to the abnormal, irregular, uncontrollable cells. These are called as cancerous cells. So this is the DNA, change in DNA. In the proto-oncogene, the gene which is going to regulate the process of cell division, so that is abnormal. Normally there are stop and go signals. So there are signals, chemical signals to proceed the process of mitosis. Then there are chemical signals to stop the process of mitosis. If these signals, they become abnormal signals, so definitely uncontrolled mitosis, and if uncontrolled mitosis is there, so unlimited cell division is going to occur leading to the tumorous. So these are the normal cells you are going to look, and this is a abnormal big cell which is not going to respond to the normal signals of the body. This is a cancer cell. If we are going to look at the cancer cells, so these are the various causes: ultraviolet light, certain you can say the chemical like cigarette tar, then it is the asbestos. There are certain viruses which are going to lead to these abnormal cells, and these abnormal cells are going to take much of the nutrient and they are going to grow, and then they are going to spread by breakage in the continuity of the organs. So these are the few slides. So these are the few slides of the cancer. This is one of the tumors in the liver. These are some of the tumors in the colon. So basically it is the DNA that is being disrupted, and these are the mutations which may be caused by radiation, smoking, pollutants, and the chemicals. Dear students, In today's program, we have gone with the detail of cell cycle and the process of mitosis, and how this mitosis is going to give us the two identical daughter cells required for the process of growth, repair, regeneration, asexual reproduction. Inshallah, in our next program, we'll be continuing with the second variety of karyokinesis, that is meiosis, which is going to occur in the formation of gametes. Till that time, take care and Allah Hafiz.